Hi there, this is John Anthony Francis Wilcox, and these are six wonderful songs from Hayao Miyazaki films. As always, the song links are in the comments section below. So, I hope at least some of you know who I'm talking about when I say Hayao Miyazaki. I believe he's won several Academy Awards for films like Spirited Away and The Boy and the Heron, neither of which are on this list, even though they have great soundtracks. So I've chosen six songs with different moods, but they all have a beauty to them, and they're all by I'm going to forget his name, Joe Hisaishi, one of those. I'll put the correct spelling. I don't even need to, as I think of it. But I'm going to do it anyway. I was going to say it'll be in the links, with the songs themselves. But I'll put his name anyway. So song number one is the end theme from My Neighbor Totoro. We have to start big and bouncy, and it sure is. My Neighbor Totoro is just one of my favorite pieces of animation ever. And it's a beautiful story for all ages, and it, like most of the things here, makes me cry. Sorry, I do that. I'm a crier when things are beautiful. And this theme is so uplifting and fun. It's a beautiful exclamation point to the film. If you haven't seen, by the way, an aside, the six films I'm going to mention here, you need to see them. You need to see every one of these six films. Your life will be better. It just will. I'm telling you, and you'll never forget them. They're beautiful. They're for all ages will find some kind of beauty within them, and much more beyond that. I can't imagine living without them. Totoro My Neighbor Totoro was the first Hayao Miyazaki film no, it was the second. Nausicaa, Valley of the Wind was the first that I saw. This was the second that I saw in 1988, 89, probably 89, because it came out in Japan in 88, so I would have seen it in 89 on a bootleg tape from my friend Mike, who exposed me to so much Japanese stuff I can never thank him enough for the rest of my life. Anyway, that is song number one, the end theme from My Neighbor Totoro. Song number two is Merry-Go-Round of Life from Howl's Moving Castle. It's a kind of a timeless waltz, and it's just so lovely. This is one of those, I'm going to see that people that bother to watch this video will take this song and add it to any kind of music playlist they have, guaranteed. Not even close. It's so beautiful. It's so just evocative. Is that the word? I think it is. It's wonderful. It is song number two, Merry-Go-Round of Life from Howl's Moving Castle. Song number three is Departure to the West from Princess Mononoke. Now, another aside, I actually feel this is Hayao Miyazaki's finest film. Princess Mononoke, it's a piece of art. It's a poem. I'm choking up just thinking about it because it's very dark. Let me warn you, it's a very dark film, but it's glorious. I don't know, it's superb. Come up with whatever adulation you can think of, and it sells it short still. It's a thing. So this particular piece, Departure to the West, it's a small piece. It's very small, and I needed to have something small in here, and it's just a little, but it's beautiful, and it feels like something where you're on a little journey. So you're making a little journey to the West, a departure to the West, as the song title goes. So it's just a great little piece. In its own way, it's sort of the breath mint of the meal of this particular one list. It is song number 3, Departure to the West, from Princess Mononoke. Song number 4 is A Town with an Ocean View, from Kiki's Delivery Service. My oh my. Close to a perfect film as well. So beautiful. And this little piece is, it's delicate, it's playful, it's bouncy. It's just, it's great at capturing the spirit of a good deal of this film. There's so much in this film that's about growing up and exploring your new freedoms, and the limits that come with those freedoms is part of it, I believe. There's so much in this movie, as in all of Miyazaki's work, and it's also a very human film. Very, very human film. God, I love this film. Am I sounding like a fanboy? I'm sorry if I am. But I speak of lived experience of living with these films for decades now. So, song number 4, A Town with an Ocean View, from Kiki's Delivery Service. Song number 5 is The Girl Who Fell from the Sky, from Laputa, The Castle in the Sky. Um, Quite an ecological film, by the way, and has things that your eyes just love looking at. There's just so glorious vistas, so much going on that's fascinating in the animation and the story. And The Girl Who Fell from the Sky is very thematic, very kind of grand, very cinematic, which makes sense, you know what I'm saying? And it has, I would say, scope. Scope is a great word for this song. It has a grand scope to it. So that is song number 5, The Girl Who Fell from the Sky, from Laputa, Castle in the Sky. And we finish up with song number 6, which is The Bygone Days, from Porco Rosso. It has a very, I'm going to say, nostalgic European feel to it. It really does. It has that. You'll see what I'm talking about. As like some, like, I don't know what you would say, accordion bits, kind of. It just, it feels to me like I'm listening in a way via a Japanese animated film to a little bit of Italy. Um, what an unusual and wonderful film. I know my nephew Dave, of the pure Miyazaki films, I think that's his favorite. And when I say pure, why I say that is before he did his first feature, which was Nausicaa Valley of the Wind, that was a solo Hayao Miyazaki film, he did a wonderful, wonderful film called The Castle of Cagliostro, which is features a character called Lupin III, created by a man named Monkey Punch. And it's a wonderful adventure, and it's sort of like the film they wish was a James Bond film was. But anyway, that's Castle of Cagliostro. This is Porco Rosso, which is about a man where a curse turned him into a upright pig. Aviator. Did I leave out Aviator? Um, One of the things that you find in Miyazaki films is there's a lot of things to do with the water and the sky and the earth as well. As I think about something like Totoro, Totoro's all about the earth and the wind, and about family as well. But Porco Rosso is about yearning, persevering, um, and it's fun. I don't want to make you think you're in for some like dreary, creaky films. These films live and breathe. They are loved by millions and millions and millions of people, maybe even billions at this point. There are people that the works of Miyazaki are a defining thing in their life, just so you know. Um, but this is a wonderful piece to close us off. Um, the days gone by. Did I say that right? Yeah. No, the bygone days from Porco Rosso. And these have been 6 wonderful songs from Hayao Miyazaki films. Please check them all out. Let me know what you think. Um, and also, I hope it will open your eyes to go see at least one. You know, rent it, buy it, whatever you must do. Maybe you'll end up like me where you own every one of them and you have little stuffed Totoros all over your house. I'm looking at one right over there off camera. It's about, okay, here's your little extra story. Over there I have, and it's still in its bag. I mean, I've taken it out and such. But I had gone to an anime convention in 2009. And just literally maybe 3 days, 4 days, more like 3 days before my mother died. And I had gotten this, and my mom couldn't see anymore in her last few years. Her diabetes and that had become too overwhelming, and she had cataracts and all that kind of stuff, and she just couldn't see anymore. So I said I'd gotten this Totoro, and she was like, "Oh, let me feel it." And she just loved. She looked like a little kid. And I said, "Just don't, please don't pull the whiskers out, Mom." And she didn't. But it made her so happy, and it made me happy to see that it made my mom happy. And I'm looking at it here, and sometimes that's all I do because it's such a memory that I associate with my mom. One of the last memories that I have of my mom. And it was a beautiful one, and all thanks to Hayao Miyazaki and my neighbor Totoro. So with that, I love you all. I will see you soon. Please give these a listen and follow some Hayao Miyazaki films. Yes, do that. Bye bye.